I hear you have horses.
Yes, I do. I have 2 miniature horses that you're going to meet right now.
I can't wait.
And they're so gorgeous, and their names are so funny. Their names are Harry and Winston.
Olivia Newton-John is showing me around the Santa Barbara ranch she shares with Harry and Winston.
They'd be hungry.
Hi, Harry. Hi, Winnie.
And her husband of 10 years, John Easterling.
I think John maybe should help here. Come on, honey. Because Winnie's upset. Good boy. Okay, Winston. Be nice, be nice.
All right, come on, Winnie. Let's go.
Come on, Harry. He's a good boy. I don't really ride horses much anymore, but they satisfy my horse love. Yeah. They're my pets. Good boys.
Spend time with Olivia at home or just about anywhere else.
You've got to hear the sound of them eating.
And you're never more than a moment or two away
Can you hear it?
from this. A contagious, confident smile that says everything's all right.
I love that sound.
That's a great soundtrack, isn't
I love
it?
it.
But this time, it's not.
Come on.
Cancer has returned for a 3rd time. The first, breast cancer in 1992. Then, 5 years ago, cancer was discovered in her shoulder. She's kept that secret from almost everyone. Now, she has a tumour at the base of her spine. Cancer in her back.
Good boys.
You're living with cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Are you scared?
No, I don't go there. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I never go there. There are moments, I'm human. So if I allow myself to go there, I could easily create that, big fear. But my husband's always there, and he's always there to support me, and I believe I will win over it. And that's my goal.
Olivia has accomplished another goal, writing an autobiography. Her story of more than half a century as an entertainer. From her biggest hits to her unforgettable role in the film Grease.
You better shape up, 'cause I need a man.
They sent John Travolta to my home to talk me into it.
To becoming a mum at 37.
Say hi, Australia.
Hello.
The tabloid rumours.
You were supposed to have had Burt Reynolds' baby.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and John Travolta's.
I have a slew of kids out there somewhere.
And the mysterious disappearance at sea of her partner of 9 years, Patrick McDermott. Throw in a swag of famous friends.
In show business, there are only a few diamonds. I didn't know a single man who didn't fall in love with Olivia.
And Olivia's life is one heck of a page-turner.
Let's just say those trailers were rocking and rolling, baby.
But Olivia is celebrating this, her 70th year, with a man who knew very little about her incredible story before they became a couple.
You have to understand, I'd never seen Grease. I know zero Olivia music.
But there are others who know all of Olivia's secrets.
We were talking this morning on the phone with her, and I said, I'm going to tell him everything.
We've lived here for about 22 years now,
22
right?
years, yeah.
Pat Farah and her songwriting husband, John, are Olivia's closest mates. John wrote many of her biggest hits, and Pat sang with Olivia when they were teenagers.
She's my dearest friend. We've been friends for 54 years now.
54.
And just a wonderful girl, and always there for me, always.
John?
I met her when she was about 15 on, was it Johnny O'Keefe show, I think.
We're all going on a summer holiday, no more working for a week or two.
We became friends straight away. It wasn't long after that, actually, she won the Sing contest, and she went to England. And then I won a radio award, And I was sent to England as well. So she picked me up at the airport.
We were young girls. We were having a blast. We were in London, in Carnaby Street in Beatle days. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
The swinging 60s.
Yeah, it really was.
Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo.
And did you teach her to dance?
I did. She didn't move.
I remember.
She was kind of a bit nervous, so she'd just stand there and her big eyes.
Something's coming, something good.
So I taught her a little thing and off we went.
Something's coming, I don't know what it is, but it is gonna be great. With a click, with a shot.
I love that photo.
Yeah, isn't it great?
So what are you wearing here?
Oh, little velvet muumuus that I made. No, minis, they were mini. And then Olivia used to do the hems.
And the hair?
The hair, we had false hair. We used
False hair?
Yeah, the false pieces here and then combed ours over the top and the false eyelashes and everything was false in those days.
We were very career motivated and working on our music, and Pat was making our clothes and I was hemming them, and we had a really fun time.
Yeah, a couple of dolly birds on the loose.
That's exactly right.
We played one night, we went out and we were standing on the side of the stage and realised that we were in a strip club and we didn't know there was a woman taking her clothes off in a fish tank. You know, and we got fired the first night. They didn't think we were suitable.
And, you know, sex, drugs and rock and roll.
Yeah, well, that wasn't us.
No.
We were good girls.
Good.
If not for you.
By 1971, Olivia was having success as a solo artist. And with the help of a Bob Dylan song, she released her first international hit.
If not for you, the winter would hold no spring. Couldn't hear a robin sing. I just wouldn't have a clue. If not for you.
I look like my daughter there.
You do?
That's what reminds me. Wow, that was my first hit record.
International hit.
Yeah, Bob Dylan's song.
Yeah.
And to think that I didn't like the song then.
Really?
Because I thought of myself as this, balladeer kind of person. Now, of course, I love it, and it turns out that it's my husband John's favourite song. That's cute. I think it's still a nice outfit. It's actually back in fashion.
Yeah, exactly.
If not for you.
I had a successful TV series running in Britain. She came on for one show, and she sang that song, and we did a duet. And everybody loved her. I mean, the public loved her, the camera loved her, the cameramen loved her, I loved her. In the end, she stayed and did 8 shows. I could not get rid of this woman. I didn't want to.
The wheels are in motion.
Sir Cliff Richard was one of the UK's biggest stars and took a shining to the young Australian from the moment he met her.
When I think back, Olivia was the sweetest, the most gorgeous, gifted person. And if you ask me to describe her now, I'd have to say she's the sweetest, most gorgeous, gifted person.
Suddenly, I don't need the answers, 'cause
You can see the love you have for each other.
Oh, we do. And we always will have, I think.
Yeah, he's a very good-looking guy.
Did you ever
I'm sure I did.
The kiss at the end. Was that ad-libbed? Planned?
There are sometimes accidents, nice accidents that happen. As you move forward, I'm thinking she's going to come forward too. So that can happen.
Olivia's career was up and running. Her next hit
let me be there in your morning.
won her a Grammy for Best Female Artist. She was a star in Australia, the UK, and now the US.
Make it right. Let me take you through that wonderland that only two can share. All I ask you is let me be there.
I want to ask you about that first time you hear your song on the radio in America.
Yeah, I was driving in a car or a taxi, and I remember that. I don't remember where I was, but I remember that moment. I'm actually seeing it right now. I think I'm in a cab. I hear it on the radio, and it's like, wow.
It's late afternoon at Olivia's Santa Barbara ranch, and there are chores to do.
They'll come out for the maggots.
It's chook feeding time.
Chook, 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 chook. Where are they all? Chook, 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 chook. I think we've missed them. They're gone to bed. Here they come. Come on, girls.
Her life at home today couldn't be further from this time in her life.
Don't let me down.
London in the 70s. Olivia was part of a pop and rock music revolution. She'd found her groove, singing feel-good ballads and love songs.
I love you. I honestly love you.
Do you have someone in mind when you sing that?
It's always a different story, you know. Every time I sing it, I find something a little bit different in the interpretation, how many ways you could interpret it. And it's just a wonderful song I was lucky to find.
I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable.
I would say that I Honestly Love You is probably my favourite one of hers. I don't know what her favourite is. Has she told you what her favourite one is?
That one, pretty much. Yeah.
That one? Oh,
yeah, just because...
See, Olivia and I went like that.
Yeah. Made for each other.
Yes.
Olivia was sharing the charts in the UK with some other very successful Aussie expats, the Bee Gees.
Do you remember seeing that smile for the first time?
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah.
It's that thing. You sort of go,
Yeah.
who was that? You know, and she was beautiful. So at that time, it was obvious to me that every guy felt the same way, you know, that there were all these wonderful female artists, and then there was Olivia Newton-John.
What's it like to sing a song with her?
Oh, well, it's an extraordinary experience because when we harmonize, we can pretty much nail it. And because our voices are so much alike, with especially the vibrato.
And there's something special between you two, I think.
There always has been this sort of camaraderie. We just connect. It's hard to explain between a guy and a girl.
This here is Sandy Olsen, and that's Jan and Marty, and this here's Rizzo. She just moved here from Sydney, Australia.
How are things down under?
Oh, fine, thanks.
Summer loving had me a blast.
Summer loving happened so fast.
Olivia's breakthrough movie role playing Sandy in Grease came in 1978, which almost didn't happen.
You said no to that role originally,
I did.
but they had a secret weapon, didn't they?
did. They sent John Travolta to my home to talk me into it. And, you know, I was worried about everything. I was worried I was too old. I was all of 29.
And you had to act as a
18, 17-year-old, and I was worried about that.
I got a surprise for you.
And what were your first impressions of John Travolta?
Well,
Sandy!
he was a beautiful man, and we had a lovely connection, and he said, you know what, nobody in the film is going to be 18, so you don't have to worry. Yeah. And I said, well, I think I'd like to do a screen test. So that's really how it happened, and the screen test worked.
There was chemistry straight away.
Yes.
Was there a crush on John Travolta? Did anything
I'm
happen?
sure. No, we were both involved with other people, but I think that probably made it better.
So you think they had a crush on each other?
Oh, I know.
You know?
Olivia said when she saw his blue eyes, and he said, when I saw your blue eyes. So it was a match made in heaven.
Listen, Sandy, men are rats. Listen to me. They're fleas on rats.
Dee Conn met Olivia on the set of Grease. She played Frenchie, and they became lifelong friends.
Was there stuff offset that is a little bit risque?
Let's just say those trailers were rocking and rolling, baby.
Do you have a favourite out of those
Out of the
Grease
movie?
songs? Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know. Probably Hopelessly Devoted because it was my song.
Yeah. What's the opening line again?
Guess mine is not the first heartbroken.
I'm trying to get you to sing it.
I know you will.
The biggest surprise of the movie was Olivia's wild makeover.
Tell me about it, stud.
All of a sudden, this hot mama is walking through the cars, and who's that? Who's that? Who's that? You know, big hair and whole thing. And it was her. It's electrifying.
You suddenly saw in the movie this raunchy woman giving John Travolta the look, and it was fantastic.
I never rehearsed it. I never thought about before, what will I do? But as soon as I put on those clothes and they did my hair and makeup, I was there. It was fun. It was so much fun.
I've got to ask about the black pants.
Uh-huh.
Because I know you had to be sewn into those each day.
I did. The zip was broken, so they didn't want to replace it in case they damaged them. So
She's got a good bod and she had those lovely long legs. She looked fantastic. I was jealous.
Just so delicious. And it was great because this was an aspect of her that the public didn't know about. It was very private. And she enjoyed it, and everyone enjoyed it.
And in life, she did that in life too. That she still remains sweet and everything, but every now and then you see the grit that actually allows her longevity. It's what people enjoy seeing, that difference in people.
Sandy 1 or Sandy 2, who do you most identify with?
that's a hard question. I think every girl has a little bit of each.
When you're on stage and when you've got the crowd, you've got the cameras, is that your happy place?
Singing is my happy
Singing.
place.
Yeah.
To me, that's my soul.
Your soul.
Yeah, I love to sing. I love that song.
Why?
In fact, my cat's called Magic.
There you go.
Magic was just one of Olivia's hits from the movie Xanadu. Her fans loved the disco beats, but the movie was savaged by film critics.
I'd like to talk about the American reviews, which haven't been that good.
I don't want to talk about them. They haven't all been bad. I mean, I think they've been about 50-50.
While filming Xanadu, she met a 20-year-old dancer, Matt Latanzi. Olivia was 31. They fell for each other, and 5 years later, they married.
I guess back in those days, people were marrying quite young.
Mm-hmm.
What took you so long?
I guess I just never met the right person or felt I had, or my career was very important to me. And I was afraid of marriage because so many of my family members were divorced and had multiple divorces. So I was thinking, I'm going to wait till I'm really sure.
Olivia's parents, Irene and Bryn, had divorced when she was still at school.
It's sad. It's sad for all kids.
In Matt Latanzi, she believed she'd found a relationship that would last and the right person to start her own family with.
My clock was ticking for having children, and I really wanted to have a baby.
Chloe, you want to say hi? Go say hi.
She's having her Australian television debut, eh?
Say hi, Australia.
Hello?
Chloe Rose Latanzi was born on January 17, 1986.
Describe that moment that you bring Chloe into the world.
Oh, gosh. That was, you have moments in your life that are just, you can't top them. Mm-hmm. That was the most wonderful experience. And I remember my reaction to her because she was so beautiful, but she made me laugh.
There have been upsetting times too.
To believe
Chloe has struggled with multiple cosmetic surgeries and has battled with anorexia. But she has a singing career and the occasional acting role alongside Olivia.
Throw another shark on the Barbie, eh?
And I think you are what you are when you're born.
Yeah, Mum's got the magic touch.
And she still makes me laugh.
Yeah.
And she's still beautiful and sensitive and gorgeous.
In 1981, Olivia released her most controversial song. It was considered so risque at the time that it was banned in some US states.
There's nothing left to talk about, blessings horizontally.
Because, I mean, you know, there's nothing left to talk about unless it's horizontally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rather suggestive.
Compared to what's on now,
Yeah, true.
it's like a lullaby, really.
You know what I mean?
You had reservations about that song, right?
I did. I suddenly was freaking out a little bit that I'd gone too far. But by then it was too late.
Couldn't pull the song.
Yeah, I couldn't pull it. And I said, well, we need to do a video and we need to make it about exercise.
Let's get physical, physical.
The video was great.
Video was great.
Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to get you.
Fell in love all over again, I know.
Cliff Richard!
While Cliff's love for Olivia was just platonic, Olivia was faced with an avalanche of tabloid rumours about affairs with Hollywood's leading men.
Early 80s. And they
Yeah.
were saying you were supposed to have had Burt Reynolds' baby.
Oh, my goodness. His as well?
Yeah. And John Travolta's.
Oh, my goodness. I have a slew of kids out there somewhere.
But in reality, Olivia was focused on her family and was trying to have another child.
Did you want to have more?
I did, yes, but I wasn't lucky. I'd had a few miscarriages and wasn't sure. And then I got breast cancer the first time, so that really put an end to that dream.
Olivia found a lump in her right breast in 1992. She had a mastectomy and underwent 9 months of debilitating chemo to kill the cancer cells.
First time was big shock for all of us. But she handled it with so much dignity and she was always so positive. And it seemed to me she was more worried about how her friends were dealing with it than herself. She's always been, I'm going to be fine, Pearlie, I'm fine, don't worry, you know.
Olivia didn't know it then, but the cancer diagnosis was the beginning of what would become perhaps the most important work of her life.
Get yourself a mammogram.
Olivia shared her experience and along the way helped millions. Like Delta Goodrum, who was 18 when she was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. Olivia wrote her a letter of support.
The letter I got when I was 18 saying, one day you'll see this as a gift. You won't see it right now, but one day you will see that you can be a pillar of strength for other people when you get through this. I was forever grateful and forever loyal to that love that she had shown me.
Olivia won her first battle with cancer and announced she was cancer-free.
Yes, I'm very lucky and I'm healthy and strong.
But at home, there were problems. Her relationship with Matt was falling apart. And after 10 years of marriage, they decided to call it quits.
Divorce was hard for me when it happened because I didn't want to be the one that failed, you know. Well, I saw it as a failure. I realise now it really isn't a failure, but at the time it felt like that.
Night is dragging her feet.
When I was very, very young, people have told me I look the image of Olivia.
Where did my innocence go?
Which gives you a rough idea what she's going to look like at my age.
Dame Edna could not have been more off the mark.
Was younger.
Olivia's beauty, both inside and out, has been there through all the chapters in her eventful life. The other constant has been her family. Her mum, Irene, and dad, Bryn, sister, Rona, and brother, Hugh.
They say that I'm the one that pulls everyone together for Christmases and birthdays and traditional things because we were kind of a scattered family. So I think that is important.
Baby, I hang around.
Olivia's dad died from liver cancer in 1992, and her mum Irene suffered for many years with painful osteoporosis. She died in 2003 with Olivia at her bedside.
Is it true you sang "I Honestly Love You" to her?
I did.
How was that?
Oh gosh, that was surreal. I wouldn't be able to put into words what that was like. It was a way of my telling her I loved her in a way that she could receive it. Because the last thing that goes when you're dying is your hearing. And I knew that. And I just wanted her last memory to be my voice and telling her I loved her.
I honestly love you.
Another devastating blow for Olivia came 2 years later. Her boyfriend, cameraman Patrick McDermott, disappeared on a fishing trip.
His keys, wallet, and passport were still on the boat, raising speculation he faked his own death.
They'd been in an on and off again relationship for nearly 9 years.
I love him very much, and as you can imagine, it's an incredibly hard thing to go through, and I just respect that we don't go any further because it's very hard for me to talk about.
To this day, it's a subject that's so traumatic, she refuses to speak publicly about it. Olivia's niece, Toddy Goldsmith, says it was an agonising and confusing time for the whole family.
The Patrick thing was crazy. It was nuts. Suddenly he's gone, and then the whole world, having theories.
If McDermott is alive, he might even be working for a criminal drug cartel.
And Olivia sitting in the middle of that. And it was shocking. And people say, they'd broken up. They were having a separation, but that doesn't change the way you love and care about someone and they've been together for years. She was really hurt. And just because you don't know, but you can only hope that he did drown. I would hate to think that he disappeared.
Olivia found comfort, as she often had, by immersing herself in her work, recording a new album and touring.
Accept the things I can't change.
In the audience at a concert in Florida was an old friend, John Easterling, a rainforest conservationist and herbal medicine entrepreneur.
Olivia music just wasn't my genre of music. And I went down, and it was a beautiful little intimate theater, and the lights went down, and she came out singing.
Grant me serenity.
And everyone in the audience was very deeply moved. I mean, you could see people that were tearing up and they were crying, and it was so moving, and I just got it. All I could think of was, that's who she is.
John invited her on a trip to the Amazon, where he introduced her to a mind-altering substance.
Did you give hallucinogenic drugs to our Olivia?
Huh?
Did you give hallucinogenic drugs to our Olivia?
No, I haven't given any drugs at all. I'm a plant medicine guy. When we were in the jungle, we shared some ayahuasca, which is a very potent plant, a very important plant. People have a hard time believing it, but there was no real romantic interest. But after 2 days in the Amazon rainforest, we just saw each other in a completely different light. She just came across. She's so genuine and sincere. I was just knocked over.
And tell me how you proposed.
Oh, no, don't tell that story.
She proposed, you mean? Yeah. Well, I was going to propose, and we...
he finally admits it. 10 years of marriage, finally. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, darling.
Olivia and John tied the knot in 2008. He joined Olivia in her work to help cancer sufferers, a commitment that had begun soon after her diagnosis with breast cancer in 1992. Together, they enlisted famous friends to hike the Great Wall of China to raise money for her Cancer Wellness and Research Centre in Melbourne.
I get a message a few years back saying, "G'day, I'm walking the Wall of China. Will you come with me?" And she walked for nearly 3 weeks with flu. She had flu at the time. Saved a little kitten from drowning and held onto it all the way through the walk. We sang every morning together.
Bring all your dreams alive.
Bring all your dreams alive.
And I saw this tough woman.
She's an inspiration to a lot of people. I mean, she raised over $50 million. I know.
It's crazy.
Oh, I know. And it's a beautiful place. Beautiful place.
Camel. Hello.
Olivia also opened Gaia, a health retreat in Byron Bay. She spent time there with fellow cancer survivor Delta Goodrum.
I remember in Byron we went and she was showing me all the land and then we went and we wrote this song. We just wrote about, being right here with you and talking about there's a knowing here between us.
You're not alone. I've been there too, and I understand what you've gone through.
We wrote about ourselves, both of us having been through cancer and helping each other along.
Right here with you.
Every time we sing, there's something about when I can't even talk about it. There's something about when I look at her. Sorry, I find it so hard to actually open up about it because it's quite personal, actually.
Right here with you.
Olivia had been cancer-free for more than 2 decades. Then, in April 2013, her sister Rona was diagnosed with an aggressive form of brain cancer. She died 6 weeks later.
That's not long ago, is it? That you lost her?
No.
What do you miss?
Just her and her humour and being able to share family things that nobody else except her sister would understand. I miss her, yeah.
On a drive to visit Rona just before she died, Olivia was in a car accident.
And the seatbelt hit me really hard. And a lump came up and I went to see the doctor and we thought it was something to do with the accident. So anyway, time went on and it turned out to be more than that.
It turned out the lump in her right shoulder was the return of the breast cancer she thought she'd beaten 21 years earlier. Unlike the first time, Olivia chose to keep this cancer discovery secret.
Why did you keep it private?
Because, the first time I talked about it, and the second time I thought, well, I don't really need to share this. It's not something I need to share with people. It's my life, and I just decided to keep it to myself. You're in my house.
It's surreal, isn't it?
Isn't it?
It's really surreal.
It's really lovely.
It's so nice to see you.
You too.
Olivia Newton-John has found a place that reminds her of home.
What is so special about it?
Well, the peace.
Yeah.
There's no neighbours that we can see, so it's private. And for me, it has a feeling of Australia about it.
I get that.
When I drove up, look, we have a tin roof.
Yes.
And low mountains that look like the kind of the Dandenongs.
Oh, the Dandenongs.
But I'm always struck when I go home how much it feels similar.
During our afternoon at the small ranch she shares with John Easterling, Olivia set a cracking pace.
Hi, darling! Hi, darling, how are you? You say hi to people, lots of people.
Introducing me to all the residents, including her very energetic dog, Raven.
Risky!
Today, Olivia seems to be doing okay.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go. Oh, that was a bad throw. Bring it here.
In 2013, after her breast cancer returned, she was treated with conventional medicines and natural therapies to boost her immune system.
Woo, yes! Good girl.
The tumour in her shoulder got smaller, but unbeknown to Olivia, the cancer was still spreading. Last year, a third cancer tumour was found in her lower back.
You put on quite a brave face, but is it hard to always maintain that?
Well, No.
No?
I mean, I have my moments, but I'm not going to have my moments here.
No, of course not. But it upsets me that you're living with cancer, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, that's very sweet of you.
And I think it upsets a lot of Australians too, that our Olivia is in this fight of her life.
Well, that's lovely, but I'm one of millions in this fight. Fight, I shouldn't say fight, in this journey.
Yeah.
A lot of people see it as a fight, and that's how, wherever you choose to see it, that's your prerogative. I see it as part of my, wherever you want to call it, I see it as part of my mission, maybe.
How did you treat it?
I'm still treating it, and I'm treating it naturally and doing really well, yeah. Somewhere over the rainbow.
Olivia is treating it with a healthier diet.
Come on, it's okay, Winston.
She's cut sugar out completely, which has caused her to lose a lot of weight. She's undergone radiation treatment and is also taking cannabis oil for the pain.
A lot of cannabis my husband grows for me. In California, it's legal to grow a certain amount of plants for your own medicinal purposes. So he makes me tinctures, it's hard to say, and they help with pain, they help with sleep. And so I'm very lucky that I live in a state where it's legal, and that I have a husband that is a plant medicine man. I mean, how lucky is that? Yeah. And we're trying to, my dream is that in Australia soon, it will be available to all the cancer patients and people going through cancer or any kind of disease that causes pain.
Olivia's family and friends are worried, but at the same time in awe of her bravery and determination.
It's very, very sad, and very sad to hear about it again, that what we all thought she'd defeated was still there. And, I just wish her the very best, and I pray for her, and we all do.
I feel disturbed that it's come back, yes. And obviously you can't help but think the worst, but most of the time I think, she thrashed this one before. She's not going to lie down on this one. No, never. The fact that she's fought this cancer, the fact that she has survived so much and still remains that sweet, gorgeous, "G'day, Cliff, how are you?" I love it, and I love her, and always will.
I haven't handled it very well, have I? I've been pretty upset about it at times, but John's still...
Yeah, we every now and again we drive up and have lunch with her up in Montecito. She always looks, she looks great. Looks very
She doesn't
healthy.
complain.
Never complains. No.
I have to get it out of her, to talk to her and tell me the truth, what's going on, so.
I just wanted her to get better and be strong, and she is, and she's a thriver and survivor.
She's a thriver.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gosh, that's beautiful, isn't it? Those oak trees over there, that magical light.
A sunny and enduring positivity has surrounded Olivia from the start.
You think the world should see things your way. Love, I know you.
And a song from decades ago has become her theme music for the days that lay ahead.
But on those days when nobody wants to know you.
The chorus goes, so on those days when nobody wants to know you and all your dreams keep falling on stony ground, don't stop believing. Don't stop believing. Don't stop believing you'll get by.
Don't stop believing you'll get by.
Always when I sing it, I have a really good, happy feeling, and that no matter what happens, you've got to keep that positivity and keep on believing.
How do you stop yourself from going down that scared route?
Having a focus of other things and not thinking about yourself all the time. There are other people out there doing much, much worse than me. And I'm a very privileged person, and I'm very aware of that. I live in this beautiful place. I have a wonderful husband. I have all the animals that I adore. I have an incredible career. I have nothing really to complain about.
Don't stop